On April 18, 2025, a Freedom of Information Act request was filed, seeking specific public records from local officials. What followed was not an immediate response, but a peculiar silence. It's a silence that often raises eyebrows when you're trying to access public information. Instead of a timely reply, it took Director Vicky Collins 11 days to respond, and even then, it was an unsolicited email on April 29th. Her response claimed she couldn't provide the requested invoices because they had been purged after 3 years. But that wasn't all. She stated that retrieving the rest of the documents would involve sifting through 58 separate folders, a task she estimated would incur massive costs. And to top it off, she only provided a single invoice. This response, while detailed in its challenges, conveniently omitted one crucial detail. The other folders, the vast majority of them, were also purged. This wasn't mentioned by Director Collins. It was only through independent investigation that this fact came to light, prompting deeper questions about what exactly was being hidden. What were they trying to conceal? The real story began to unfold when an independent investigation dug deeper. They discovered destruction certificates, revealing a shocking truth. While the public records request was still active, the shredder was being worked overtime. Imagine that! Records being destroyed during the period they were officially requested. Specifically, we're looking at destruction certificates, including form number 46514, signed on April 18, 2025, and form number 46515, signed just 3 days later on April 21, 2025. These weren't just any weekdays, they were executed right over the Easter weekend. This timing is incredibly suspicious, especially considering Director Collins's response came shortly after. And what records were these? Accounts payable, payroll records, and financial statements. These are critical financial documents. According to state schedules, they were shredded a full decade too early. This wasn't a minor oversight, it was a significant deviation from proper record-keeping protocols. Director Collins's narrative of 58 folders needing to be sifted through, with associated high costs, now appears to be a carefully constructed smokescreen. While she was presenting this image of a monumental, albeit costly task, the actual records were already being systematically destroyed. The 58 folders became a convenient distraction. The evidence strongly suggests a deliberate attempt to obscure the timeline of destruction. By shredding records over that Easter weekend, just before responding to the FOIA request, they likely gambled that the destruction certificates, in their specific form numbers like 46514 and 46515, would remain buried and undiscovered. They were wrong. The discovery of these certificates, however, has blown that illusion apart. It exposes a potential cover-up, raising serious questions about transparency, accountability, and the integrity of how public records are managed. It's a stark reminder that when information is actively being hidden, the truth can often be found in the details, even the seemingly innocuous form numbers. This entire situation underscores the critical importance of proactive record keeping. Adhering to state retention schedules isn't just a bureaucratic formality, it's a cornerstone of transparency and public trust. When agencies fail in this, as it appears they did here, it erodes that trust. It also highlights the immense power of independent investigation and the public's fundamental right to access information. Even when agencies are less than forthcoming or actively try to obscure the truth, diligent inquiry can often shine a light on what's being hidden. The ability to cross-reference information and follow leads is vital. Ultimately, this case serves as a potent reminder. Even the most meticulously planned efforts to withhold information can be unravelled. The shredding of records over a holiday weekend, masked by the 58 folders narrative, was ultimately exposed. It leaves us asking, what other information might be similarly purged when scrutiny is less intense?